Get a little more
That's
money.
how I make it. Copy.
Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, we're back for another West Coast Wednesday. And look who's back. Kathleen and Shad's back from Alaska.
They went south from Alaska.
From down there.
We're going to spend the night. We want to listen to their adventures of what happened down there in Alaska.
It feels like it's been forever.
Since we've been on the show, yeah.
I seen Dennis's breakfast that he had out.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, because
I know. Get ready for the breakfast picks.
it was a big old breakfast too.
Seriously, he was sitting at the diner again taking
Yeah,
pictures.
you didn't see it. You
I think I
Berry
did.
pancake and hash browns. And
So that's right. He went to Idaho, right?
Yeah.
He didn't even know he was going.
He just went. What was it? Wednesday or
Wednesday.
Tuesday?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. So they just got there then.
Yeah.
Wow. Good deal.
Much.
Nice,
Good
nice.
deal,
How
good
long
deal.
is he going to be there? The whole month, or?
I'm not
2
sure.
weeks. I think 2 weeks is.
2 weeks?
I think I saw Dave post. Yeah.
I thought they said 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
2
think
weeks
it's 2
total.
weeks. It's usually-
Well, what does
But
Dave
yeah.
call his ex-wife as Dredge?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. His Dave Brown's 6-inch dredge is called the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great
Old
name.
Dave
He said
Goldstein.
I'm bringing the ex-wife with me. I'm like, what?
Oh, you were.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
You were kind of thrown off there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're only there 2 weeks because if they're at their regular claims, that the dredging season ends end of July or so.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
All right.
he's
All
Because
right.
I seen a picture of looked like a drone of
It's
a
a
dredge.
drone shot. Yeah, Dennis isn't that tall.
No.
Oh, but he says he is.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Hit or miss on social media. It's like I have like 2 minutes to like do stuff. So
No, I hate that word. I really do.
What?
Which one?
Social media.
that's what it is.
Well, that's what it is.
I know, but doesn't it just sound like an STD? Oh my God, you got social media.
You
It
know,
kind of does.
It
It
does.
is.
Oh, that's
you know what? It
Media.
is. You'll be able to trace back like how they were able to tell when the fall of the Roman Empire occurred. You know, the fall of our global civilization started with social
Social
media.
Media.
I hate it. I
You're
mean,
right, Chad. That's what.
toxic.
Let's
It's
say
so
it's fine.
toxic.
It is. And it
All
makes
the
me-
internet forums, the social media sites. Oh my God, that's like.
Okay, we were all guilty of it. Come on.
I
know,
When it
but-
first came out.
But Gold
we all did
Prospector
it.
space is the safe space.
There you go.
It is the
Right?
safe space.
You know,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
basically.
it's a safe
It
space.
is. So that leads us into a great segue for
The fundraiser.
The fundraiser.
Yeah.
Let's keep it alive,
'Cause You're
right?
right. You're right, Chad. Though, Kathleen, it is a safe space.
It is a safe
It
place.
is.
There's none of that bullying and.
I mean,
nonsense.
just think if big tech gets shut down, you know, you lose the Google, you will, the only
Google.
place you could find mining, knowledge, news,
there.
equipment is Gold Prospector Space. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's all sorts of tips and stuff.
It's all kinds of goodies.
Stuff.
How to use it.
And there is even a suggestion box.
And there's no what those smolder those fish lip pictures.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have
Look at
that.
Well, there's a few on there that goes across the bottom.
Is there?
Yeah.
I've never seen those. but-
Oh, you missed Scott's early pictures then, man.
Oh, it was Scott's picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's all you had to say. It was Scott's
You
picture.
ain't seen the-
Actually,
I don't know.
if you do watch Scott, you know, he's a relaxed, easygoing dude, life of the party type. But you pull a camera out, he's like,
No, that's you. No. That's Chad and his smolder.
That's right.
well, I was laughing at a joke in Alaska, right? I was cracking up pretty hard there. Somebody goes, "Let me get your picture," and I just went. I like stopped and
I
laughed.
have so many photos. I just haven't had time to like show them. They're kind of funny. But anyway,
Was that Luke? called
digress.
Blue?
Straight up Zoolander.
Smolder.
we digress.
I don't do the duck lips. But
Yeah.
it's more the smolder. Yeah.
So anyway, we digress. So let's talk about the
fundraiser.
The fundraiser.
Yeah.
So it's listed under forum.
Yeah.
So it's in a forum.
Right now,
On the home page, it's right there on the left-hand side. But you know that the last year, actually before now, we did a fundraiser to raise money to keep the site going, as well as broadcasts, and pay all you know, the annual fees for it to keep it going. So a lot of the items were donated either from members or vendors, as well as us from the show.
Right.
So we're asking everybody to do that again. Now you'll be able to start purchasing tickets August 1, correct?
Yeah.
August 1st.
And it's $5 a ticket. So, you know, the stuff's going to keep getting added. I know we got to dig through to throw some stuff in. I know several other people have mentioned it as well. So follow the forum to see all the additions. So if you do want to contribute something, just throw a post on there in the forum. A picture's great too, and what it is, obviously.
Yeah, if you back out, don't let me catch you on the creek bank.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to, we accept donations. So
Yeah,
just
of course.
hit the donation button.
So that's the other thing. So on the main page, and I think you have it on throughout the site in a lot of places, but you'll see the donate button, right?
Yeah.
That's how you'll pay to buy the tickets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then Tim, you're going to confirm.
Yeah,
like you did last year.
sending them the ticket numbers.
Send in
I'll
the
tell you
ticket.
what, you guys, I'm already in for $1.
Stack.
Stacks, baby. It's what gold miners do.
That's so sweet. Lisa still gives you an allowance.
Oh, gee.
One of our buffaloes will be donating something.
I never even seen an allowance when I was a kid.
He's been squirreling it away.
I thought everybody else was like freaking lucky.
God.
No, now it's called a JOB. You know, you got a job. You got to work for it now.
Not allowance. No. It's a job.
But anyway, I'm in for 20. Who's going to match me? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
So yeah. So if you do want to contribute, again, put a post in that forum, or let Tim know if you're having trouble, or any of us. We're glad to help.
Anybody?
And then again, tickets will go on sale August 1st, and it'll what? How long is it going to run until we say?
We meet our goal, or I think we did it a month last time.
Did a month's the goal, yeah, to try to get enough, and it was cool. People kept throwing in stuff all the way up to the last minute. So it was a huge lot. I won nothing.
Yeah. I got
It was a lot of fun.
I won one.
page and a half of winners from the last one.
Yeah,
was a
you're
lot.
gonna have to go like copy and paste the pictures and save them like on a file separately,
Yeah.
or else it's gonna get crazy again.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot. I mean,
And you never know, you could get some gold in that.
21. There was like
I was thinking about doing a pay dirt bag, but I got to talk to Lisa. She's like, I don't know.
Well, you gotta think it's a good segue. I mean, gold prices have tumbled lately.
I don't understand what that's all about.
I know.
It hasn't tumbled. It only went down $100. Come on, guys.
Okay, when
no,
we
no, no,
went
no. It
for
was above
Alaska,
1800.
It was
Or
1800.
It was right around 1800. Now it fell an additional $15.23, closing in the States.
Yeah, but gases went up $3 and something.
Whoa. Here, it's $1,695.12.
Oh.
No. You can't talk any BS about gold prices and oil prices. Nothing is jived. Inflation happened and
Nothing
nothing.
is making
Nothing.
Now, wait a minute.
There's
I said
mass
the usual
manipulation in the precious
Something
metal
is
markets
happening.
right now.
I
It
said
has
that the
nothing to
usual
do
go
with
hand in hand.
consumer behavior. Just saying.
Just saying.
There's mass manipulation, very coordinated to keep gold prices down.
I think like I said, I know that usually gold and oil goes kind of hand in hand. And I think it's funny because gold's went down and gas is like, I think like the oil's cheaper than we think, and everybody else in the country is just gouging us.
Well, I don't think that. I mean, if you really look at just the global inflation numbers, and like our dollar now is what, for the first time in decades, equals €1,
Right.
which that's like, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you really look at the inflation numbers, both in the US and then also, there's some inflation globally as well. Gold prices should have kept going up during that time. That's typically the norm, and how gold prices respond, because it's your inflation hedge, savings type of thing.
Well, like I was saying last Sunday, you know what? There's no new telephones coming out. There's no new computers coming out. No big pushes. All the stuff that we use gold for and electronics and stuff like that, it's kind of went.
But I don't think as much. No, it shouldn't have happened like that. Yeah, that could slow it down, but still, the prices still should have went way up. Even because a lot of global mining operations ceased for a long time, because of all the whole pandemic and stuff. So our supply is even lower and limited, to where India, I remember a while back reading an article that they were worried they weren't going to have enough gold to sell.
Well, go down Main Street and get some out of the store windows, because good Lord, the thing's full.
Well, yeah, I mean, prices are lower now, right? So maybe those are cheaper, but yeah, I'm still surprised. I mean, silver, wow, that one really fell 6 more cents to $18.71.
Oh.
That's pretty significant. It does look like, though, from a lot of these graphs, though, it's bottoming out. Hopefully, it kind of whatever. But platinum is also down to $19.29, closing at $860.02. Dude, that's getting close. I always said if it dropped to 800, I'd buy an ounce.
I know.
I'm not planning on that yet.
Looks like we're gonna be buying an ounce.
No. Maybe they got it a buffalo coin. That would be cool.
Oh, that would
be cool.
All right. I digress.
Okay.
Now palladium. That one went down $17.49, closing at $1,861.80.
Another drop. That was another drop, Tim.
Which is crazy that it did briefly earlier in July got above 2186.
Well, I think like last Friday they had a $93 drop at closing, and that's what we read Sunday.
Wow.
So I mean, yeah, they like 2 hits in a row.
Crazy.
Now uridium and ruthenium, don't worry, still flat, still 6,100 and $750. So please don't panic.
Don't panic.
We're good.
Okay,
we're good.
It's a good thing.
Which means rhodium has stayed flat yet again at 20,250, which that's weird. I don't know.
They're using it for something, buddy. I'm telling you.
But it stayed so flat. Usually there's some fluctuation.
I
mean, 3 months. Over what is that? 4 months now, it hasn't moved. Not even $1.
Yeah, but you got to remember, during the day, it can go like this. It can go up, and it can comes back to its level, and they'll call it.
I'm gonna probably I'm to your point, Scott. I think I may try to look for the daily graph, because I'm curious.
In March?
Well, that was the invasion of Ukraine, which a lot of rhodium mines are located in Russia.
Yep.
Or they're not even rhodium mines. However, they have one of the largest sources that they mine. It's a byproduct because it's so deep and hard to get, and you got to mine for other stuff to get it.
Well, like I said, guys like me, we used to follow, because we used to do scalping, so we would follow that thing, and during the day it would start to go up. You got to get on the bandwagon. You write it up 14, 15 clicks, and then get out, and then all of a sudden it goes, okay, we went back to unch. There's somebody with a lot of money that can manipulate that little much just to make some cash. It happens. It's not against the law. It's just we don't have that much money.
That's the wrong.
Oh, we're talking millions here.
Yeah, I mean, it's still it's interesting. So I'm wondering how much that truly is tied into what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. So
yeah, but can you imagine trading?
It's flat. It's just the fact it hasn't even dropped, though, even if demand stopped, or if supply is so dependent on Russia exports of it, which they still are able to export precious metals.
I'm just really
now,
scared with what's happening in the global financial world right now. And then, I mean,
there is no such thing as the Putin gas freaking crap.
No, I know.
No.
Exactly.
Freaking Russia.
That's the least of our worries. That is the least of our worries.
Right? It's the inflation.
Yeah, it's like what's happening with what's happening here with China buying our farms and our coal and, our mines and our gold mines and all that.
They're going to earn the United States before
they are. I mean, there's a story right now in North Dakota where, they're buying farms and they're going to grow food.
They're already buying the pork places.
Yeah, they're not feeding us.
Okay, between food and our energy, and even precious metals, why in God's name would we allow foreign entities?
We can't buy farms in China.
There shouldn't be any. There shouldn't be. You can't purchase land if you're not a citizen. Period.
Yeah. Why are we protecting our supply?
We can't go to China and buy farms. Why can't
you can't go to China and buy anything?
Exactly. So it's just really, really scary. And
although you got to ask yourself, Kathleen, why would you want to go to China and buy anything? Because you pretty much own everything from China.
Well,
that, and you're on the tickety tock, which has already been proven that the China's government, so the CCCP or whatever, the Communist Party of China government, is accessing all user information, has full access to, so much to even where one of our national security people came out and are warning the military that they need to get servicemen and women off of TikTok because it's disclosing too much info, as well as it's easy for China's government to spy on.
They were saying
everything
that
Trump
5
said
years ago.
But it's come true because now people are paying attention because Trump was saying it. They
TikTok
didn't.
was made.
Yeah, exactly. Anything in China or owned by a Chinese company, more than likely, is also themselves owned by the government or tied 100% to the government. Thus, that's why they're able to do business in China. So you can pretty much anticipate. Yeah, you have no privacy if you.
It's really weird is because I do a couple videos on that TikTok thing, and people's like, oh, they want all your information. When I signed up, I put my email address, I put my freaking password in, and I did something else. I can't remember, and it said, poof, you were already on there. But now I mean, it doesn't run all the time, and I got to put stuff on there.
But here's the thing, though. That's why Gold Prospector Space is a great alternative for your needs. Right. It's not. We're not owned by China. That's a T-shirt. Gold Prospector Space, not owned by China.
We're not owned by China.
Brought to you by.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Basil Hayden, Dark Rye.
Oh,
Dark Rye.
Feeling dark tonight.
That was a dark conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, back those were your prices, precious metal prices.
We digress.
What about the Bitcoin?
That's crap. It doesn't matter. It's fake anyway.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. Let me go into it. I don't even pay attention anymore because it's so low.
I love it when he says that. What about the Bitcoin? The only thing I hear is, hey, did you see Bigfoot? No, Bigfoot's fake.
All right, Bitcoin is up $23,364 right now at 93 cents.
I see.
Well, I guess they found a few more suckers, Tim.
That's right.
So buy.
Whatever.
Yeah, invest your money in fake crap over the internet.
I will say you'd be wise right now to invest in food.
Yes.
And then
herbal teas.
Definitely need the teas. Medicinal teas.
Herbal products.
We threw tea off a boat at one point in time. I'm not doing that again.
But it is true. I mean, food is definitely out. That's what you need to think about if you're not, because I am worried about a recession.
Oh, something.
Oh, so
there's got to be a big correction happening. That's for sure.
That brings me to my story of my garden.
I know. Yeah.
I've been planting these green beans
and
sweet peas, and I was gonna have tomatoes. I was gonna make tomato sauce and peppers. I was gonna be like Rich with his crops.
I got a lot.
So I started off with the seedlings over the spring, went to Arizona and trusted the kids to water them when I was gone. I don't think that happened. So they kind of went into shock. So I tried to bring them back to life. Then had to go on another trip.
Which they were taken care of from that point, but the damage you did.
The damage was done, and so they never really like made it. But I did manage to get.
She had a harvest.
First harvest.
She had a harvest.
I had like a pile of green beans.
Oh, did you?
So proud of them.
But the sweet peas are good.
Oh, you can eat them right off the vine.
They're actually, I was surprised.
Yeah, I did a bunch of snow peas, and I got a big bag of green beans. Yeah.
Oh, so good. But I was so proud.
Oh, yeah,
I can't be self-sustaining, but I learned my lesson, and I do have a second batch of seeds because I guess you could do it like the first season and then the second season.
Yeah, that's what I did. I planted another set of snow peas already.
Okay, I'm getting ready to plant my second.
You need
batch.
to plant them now. You need to plant
I gotta catch up. I am so far behind.
Get out there right now. Get out there right now.
See what it is you got to water every day now when it's hot, but water in the evening.
Okay.
When the sun goes down.
Okay.
Day before the sun goes down is when you water, or early in the morning.
Another reason to donate and buy tickets, we will teach you how to survive.
Look at this. You're learning survival tactics.
Gardening
tips.
And hunting. Rich is a great hunter.
Yeah.
Fishing.
Crab man.
Speaking of that, I put in for my doe licenses already. So
there you go.
Hey, now that you can see.
Hey, did you go on the crab trip?
What's that?
Did you go on the crab trip?
No, I canceled because of my health.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't breathe very well, and I didn't want to take the chance of driving down by myself. And
yeah, it's a long drive.
It is. It is.
So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll get better here soon.
You will. You're getting there.
How long is crab season?
Well, I think last year we went in October.
Oh wow!
Oh,
okay.
And we did pretty good. So I'm gonna shoot for that. Hopefully.
Oh, I do want to wish everybody today happy birthday.
Everybody,
happy birthday. Yes, sir.
Since we'll never know.
Hey, I was going to ask you about that last time you said something about crab. Are you fishing on a tide, or are you just going out whenever you want it?
We go to the pier pretty much.
I know, but I'm saying, are you fishing on an incoming tide or an outgoing tide?
Both, actually.
I was going to say you should get a lot more bites on crab on an outgoing tide. But
oh, he gets a lot of bites, man. He eats them like crazy.
Yeah,
he's like eating crab and fishing for crab at the same time, man.
He's delicioso.
He just puts out a whole table, just pulls them up and keeps eating all day and night.
Yeah, we
dipping them in butter.
I go out early in the morning. I'm back in at 10 o'clock, cook them for lunch, go back out at 1 o'clock, come in about 7 at night, cook them for supper.
Yeah.
Eat crabs the whole time.
Oh,
yeah, they're good.
Crab after crab.
But they said in Maryland they're not really running like they should yet. So later season might be better.
October might be better, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the crabs like colder water, so go figure.
I'm trying to get the wife to go along, but she won't tent it or go in a cabin without water. So I have to rent a bigger cabin with water. So
well, I got breaking news. John Hunt received his picture from Scott and Manny.
Hey.
Wow.
3 years. Congrats.
That's surprising, man, because I said it was supposed to be 2 days and it only made it there in a day. That's pretty good.
No, it made it there in almost 3 years it took to get there. Okay.
Thank you,
Lisa. Got the pickling pear sauce.
And
thank you, Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah, good job.
I did that.
Let us know how that prickling pear sauce is.
I was going to send it with Lisa. She goes, "Oh, I can't do that from work anymore." I'm like, "You said you could." She goes, "Well, I'm not. Anyway, you can do it today." I was like, "Okay, now I get it."
So you finally had to leave the dwelling and go to the post office.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, they still have the Pony Express out there in Arizona.
Get on your donkey.
You guys don't understand. My truck doesn't have air conditioning. So anything we do at 9 o'clock, it's freaking hot.
I roll the window down.
You got a
I got them all 4 rolled down, dude. My back sweating in my shirt. I'm like, oh my God.
That's all we had when we
Go faster.
You hear that, John? He risked
I
his
went the
life.
extra mile, buddy. I got it.
No, he wouldn't risk his life. That's the problem.
Hey, you know what? I'm want to say one thing. You should have been at the show. You got that. My truck wasn't working, but there's not a gold buddy that wouldn't went with you. Come on.
Finally got it.
I mean, you're right there.
Like Shad said, 3 years in the making.
3 years in the
Finally
making.
got it.
I love happy endings.
Can't go to the gold show, but I'm sure at Arby's.
Frame that sucker. Cherish it. Put it in a safe.
Oh man.
God.
Well, do we need to do a commercial, Tim?
Oh, we can do that real quick.
Might as well get it out of the
You're telling me
way.
before you have to listen. You freaking.
What?
Don't be
Right
hate.
back.
No, you're going to talk about Alaska, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. We got
No,
some
I mean, like I
tales of
said-
Alaska.
Yeah.
Commercial, Scott.
Well, I mean, I wrote Thomas Pennywicks, and I told him, I said, heck, you ought to do it.
Right after this commercial,
Load the
Scott.
gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. The sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com. If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
All right, we're back. Now, we want to hear some details.
Tales of
Alaska.
I almost forgot to go off video and mute. That would have been awkward.
Yeah, take us through the whole trip.
Well, okay. This year we went in a day ahead of time than normal. Usually
Yeah.
we get there the night before we're leaving that next morning.
Right.
So this time we got in a day ahead.
And just to give you guys this disclosure, if you hadn't known, it really wasn't a vacation trip. It was we're working.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We'll get into that. But no, so yeah, it was kind of cool because we never really have checked out what is Fairbanks, which I'm not missing a lot, but
No.
it was still fun. So we got to borrow a truck, and we had Jim Hamilton with us too. Who
Jimbo knows.
he got in earlier before us, but Yeah, and flights are a little hectic
Right.
Oh
we
yeah, I
got
don't know.
rescheduled once. So, but anyways, no. So it was kind of cool just to check out the area. We got some of our shopping and had to help get some supplies. So we were doing that the day prior. But see, we hit up an old surplus store, which was actually pretty cool. But there
I
were
guess
signs.
there's a red light district in
Yeah.
Fairbanks that we
The-
did not know
The
about.
surplus store was literally right across from there. It was kind of funny because they had signs all outside, bunny boots. And I'm like, what the heck are bunny
What
boots?
are those?
And it's the big white boots,
Yeah.
but called the Mickey Mouse boots.
Mickey Mouse
That's
boots.
what we call them. But
Yeah.
evidently in Alaska, they're referred to as bunny boots.
Bunny boots.
One mystery was solved right then and
But it was
there.
across the street from the drop-in lounge.
Yeah,
That's what it was called, the drop.
you saw some chick come out like
She had a tube top.
oh,
She was going on the corner,
yeah,
like doing her thing.
Doing
and I
her
was like,
thing.
oh,
Right there in Fairbanks. Huh?
Right
in the
there.
daytime.
It was like 10 a.m.
Drumming up business.
No. So that was cool. But Alaska this year has had ton of fires, and there was one just
Yes.
outside of Fairbanks. Because as soon as you got outside the airport, you smelled it. It was very
It
smoky,
was all smoky. and
very
we
smoky.
thought, like, are they spraying for mosquitoes?
Oh, the mosquitoes were horrible this year too, worse than they ever been. But yeah, so they have a lot of fires, and it's because of lightning strikes.
Yeah, I didn't know
which
that.
one even started just outside of Chicken in one of the storms that hit us when we were out on the river dredging.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's a
like,
lot of fires right now. out there.
Jimbo and I forget who was on the 10-inch, and they were diving, and the lightning struck just right outside of the over the hill.
Oh.
And yeah, and it's so weird because you don't really see all the lightning strikes up there,
Mhm.
so you just never know when it strikes until you hear
That's why
the
you, that's why you don't stand close to Jimbo in a lightning storm.
well, it's daylight all the time, so you just never see the lightning.
But anyway, you're jumping ahead.
Oh,
again.
sorry.
Good God, story's all out of whack now.
Oh my gosh.
We found gold. There you go. We're done. All right, but no. So yeah, we got out there. It was cool. One of fellow members who came up this year, Thomas Pennyweight Folks, him and his wife, which we've never met her in person, so that was
Very
great to meet
nice.
her.
Oh, no.
So he was one of the guests, and then there was another family, which was cool because we were there over the 4th of July weekend. So
That was a blast.
so yeah, so normal drive. Now the river levels were actually, when we got there, perfect, pretty good. It was still a little hard to see. There was, but it wasn't bad. I mean, as far as the height and the amount of water.
Right.
So that was great because last year it was so low that they actually barely got us out and had to cancel the next session because it was too dangerous to get people in. So that was actually a really good thing. And the weather temps up there, upper 70s, very low 50s. A couple nights got into the mid 40s. So temperature wise, it was great.
Right.
What are you doing?
I'm looking.
Oh, you're trying
Temperature
to.
wise, it was great. Okay.
Yeah.
Temperature
Yeah,
wise,
so-
it is great.
Well, anything's better than 110, bro.
Well, it's not that. I mean, obviously, we were there to dredge, so we got to work their 8-inch dredge. So that was our job.
That was
We
the
weren't
job.
there as a guest. We were working
Yeah, just one though.
one 8-inch dredge. Yeah,
All right, between the both of you.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Me
were
and her,
both on the
we
dredge.
ran.
That's,
it.
that's
So,
all right. That's cool. One box.
So,
tender,
yeah.
one- yeah.
Yeah.
The goal obviously is a solid 8 hours of run time, but the first couple days we only got like 5 and then 6 in just because of the weather.
Right.
But we did get a couple 8-hour days. We went 5 days straight, and then we ended up taking a break, and that's when there was a lot of rain. The river got really high. We're like, all right, this is a good time to break because we were only planning to have one day off.
And then it got
up there.
crazy.
And so one of the other divers and Jim, they went, it was too nasty to try to run the 10. So they went to keep running the 8 because we were on really good gold. Because up to that point, we were averaging, if you
Oh,
based it on
gosh.
an 8-hour workday, about 1 1/4 ounce of gold a day.
Now wait a minute. Are you talking like nasty because the water was moving, or just nasty rain?
No, you couldn't see. So yeah, it was a lot of rain.
It was a lot of mud.
It picked up the current. So in that river, it just muds out really fast if there's
it's like a tea color. The water there, it's brown. So it's real. The visibility was horrible.
Even there was two of the first 2 days. I did make a small attempt to dive just to see because we had the long arm pretty much the entire time. So I dove and it was about 3.5, 4 feet once you got your hole going. That was it. And I could only see maybe 3 inches in front of me. And then at most of the time I couldn't see anything. So I was still like just feeling around. Yeah. It's just we were in a spot where the current was way on the outside swing, and then because the water was so cloudy, you couldn't see. Yeah, and then when we got a lot of rain, the current coming around this gradual horseshoe, it pushed a lot of it right back into us, like from the side. So I did take one day get a tree, right in the chest. I stood up, I saw it, and I just squared up to it, and it would,
and then every day it would start raining like around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, right towards the end.
Like towards the end when you're like taking every bit of energy you have just to finish off the last couple hours. And then you're just sitting there long arming an 8-inch dredge in the rain, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was tough. Once that day off that it rained so much, we from that point on, it never got better. It got worse. But we went out that next day because another guy, Jimbo, that went out on the 8th, the one guy took a giant boulder to the foot, smashed it really bad. So they only had a couple hours. We went out, we worked the entire, I think it was 8.5 hours that day. Really crappy. It rained the whole time we were out there.
We were literally blind dredging.
Yeah.
With an 8-inch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys have long armed you guys have long armed a long time.
Yeah, we have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if you got poor visibility, you could actually go down, and you guys could go like, "Oh, we don't care. I know what's going on."
Oh yeah, we did not stop. We knew. I mean, the thing was you kept your hand from the nozzle.
Yeah.
The crazy thing was that you could tell that our experience from being in the Midwest and doing that all the time helped us do that, because visibility, the divers on the 10-inch didn't go out. We were there long arming on the 8.
I totally agree with you guys, man, because I've long armed a lot.
Yeah.
Dry land dredge stuff. I know what I'm feeling. If I'm underwater and I can't see, I still know what I'm feeling.
Yeah, you're still feeling. Yeah. So
you
know where you're at.
We're gonna leave this, go over here.
But
I will know what's gonna happen. Right?
I will say this though: no matter where you're at, whatever size dredge you have, that's the size of all the damn rocks.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You're dang right about that, brother. You're dang right about that.
Yeah.
You are right. That is the funniest thing.
And yeah, the bigger the dredge, well, guess what? The bigger rocks you're having to roll out. And there was some doozies.
Hey, how many hose clubs you guys get? Come on, don't lie.
Okay, no. So we only had, I think, 4 or 5 total that were in the line or the jet log. Twice we had to actually shut the whole motor off because it was in the middle. But once we did that, it left enough slack, or it got loose enough to when you started it back up, it would work its way up to the flare, and then you just plug it out. Right. Now we had a heck of a lot get slammed on the end of the nozzle.
The more tired you are,
the sloppier
you get. So we found that it wasn't beneficial for us and cost effective to keep dredging when you're tired. So you do need to take a day and just rest.
After 5 days, yeah.
It was after
5 days in a row.
I've only explained this to a couple kind of people because of what I do. But I mean, what she's saying is equivalently freaking true.
It is.
But I found it in my in my opinion, like if you're tired and you're under the water and you're like, okay, my arms are getting a little tired. I don't, what's cool is if you could, you know what a crow's foot is?
A crow's foot?
Yes. It's like a little pry bar.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, I like to take a crow's foot and put my nozzle down like I'm dry land dredging, and I start dragging everything to it. Like,
yeah, we use the big blaster nozzle to kind of help
that was a big
move
help,
material.
yeah.
When I dove, I tried. I mean, that's all I could do is kind of feel, because this material, it hadn't been dredged at all, at least in decades.
I don't think ever.
It was so tightly packed.
Yeah.
To where
It
an
was
8-inch
crazy.
dredge didn't pull the material apart. So you had to move rocks.
Really?
You had to take that blaster and let it run just so it could kind of start softening up.
That was good ground we were on.
Very
though.
good.
Very good.
If it was that tight, it was great ground. I don't
Yeah,
give a shit.
the pay layer in spots was almost, I would say, 10 inches thick.
I mean, if we were getting
which
an
is a
ounce
lot.
a day, or a little over
Did
an ounce a day.
you guys ever hit bedrock?
Oh yeah, we hit bedrock. So the way the ground we were on this year, we had probably about anywhere from 1 to 2 feet of overburden, and then you would get into this nice packed layer.
That's pretty good.
Just great stuff. I mean, and it ranged depending on how the bedrock moved below. It was, like I said, 10 inches thick, and then it would get down to maybe 3 inches and then widen back up. But it was consistently great through the whole area.
Varied too what kind of bedrock, because you would get to decompose, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
to the really sharp stuff that would break apart and be a headache in your dredge. So you
Yeah, but that's the stuff that goes like this.
I know it was horrible.
Yeah.
Though.
It goes right. Yeah, take
So
a.
remember
when Tony Beats said, "Hey, Paca, take it all, or you couldn't take nothing."
yeah, I mean, yeah, we went through the good layer, and then it was typically decomposed bedrock, and we'd go all the way down till we hit solid bedrock there. I mean, you could still start pulling out pieces, but then you're not moving as much material. So we would just get down to where it got solid, and we kept going.
The more material you
what's the
move on
take?
that curve, the better.
6.18 ounces.
6.18 ounces.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, and we only ended up getting out 6 days total. We we're forced to take a second, not able to go out
2
the last
days
day.
we couldn't go because of the weather.
Yeah, the nicest day was the very last day when we were cleaning up and packing up stuff, everything.
Yeah.
So on great conditions, you guys would have probably got 9 to 9.5.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
we probably would have got closer to 10. We theorized because of the ground we were on. We found that sweet spot.
That was
so they're
amazing.
they're going to keep working at it, and they were considering dropping the 10 down further to that same area to help, just because it's so stinking rich right there.
Well, I know, but you found ground that's so tight, it's never been moved.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and
there's
since
a lot of it.
We were like, blind, long arming. They definitely need to go in with that 10 and just clean it up.
Well, thank God you guys didn't find a mammoth tusk.
No, nothing.
But there was a grizzly bear.
Really?
What?
Yeah, so there was a grizzly bear around, and this year I took their 12 gauge shotgun with slugs with me.
I was so scared.
They're brand new, fresh tracks.
Look at the guy.
There he is. But yeah, there was fresh bear tracks. Right there, and then the whole time there was this caribou being chased by it. It finally got it, because then it just stunk for days.
I was gonna say that caribou's dying. That's all there is.
Every time you were around the curve, you would smell the rotten carcass.
That's me. You know what? Let me introduce, for you guys that are out there just listening and not seeing it on YouTube, but Thomas Pennyweight Fowkes has joined us.
Hey, on a Wednesday.
What's going on?
We can't get away from you now, huh?
Oh, you know you like me. Don't.
Love you, man. I love you. You know that.
I ain't changed that. How's that foot, man?
Oh, it's getting better. Yeah, it's still swollen.
Oh, what happened?
Pat sprained his ankle.
So my left ankle, I hurt really bad in Iraq, and so ever since then it can give out. The last day we were there, I was walking down the hill in the wetsuit and boots, and I was yelling up over my shoulder at Kathleen, And I dropped straight down when it happened. Like I couldn't even catch myself. I got up and I limped and finished on, but man, it swelled up. It bruised the whole part of my ankle and bottom of my foot was like black and blue.
Now you noticed that Shad said yelling to Kathleen.
We were some distance.
Our hooch was
we were in a far away.
It was actually called Timbuktu
because it was way by itself. In fact, we had Moose come visit 2 of the nights and lay outside of it.
There's this like mom and her yearling would come and visit the hooch.
Wow.
Yeah, so I hurt my ankle really bad, but I still finished. But flying sucked like it. But yeah, I'm getting around fine now, but it's still tender and a little swollen, but no more bruising.
And I hurt my knee.
Jeez, Thomas, did you
Just
get
because you
hurt?
beat on a rock.
Man, what did you get? You guys had a rough trip.
Yeah.
Thomas, you got a rough trip.
Did you get hurt, Thomas?
No.
No.
No, we went fishing.
I got a bunch of I got a few scratches and a few scrapes, but other
Most
than that,
from mosquitoes, though.
Oh,
yeah, most of them.
Mosquitoes.
Jesus,
horrible
they were crazy.
It was the worst that we've ever seen up there.
Mosquitoes gonna be like, oh, that's just free dinner.
They were relentless, man. That was the only nice thing about when it rained. No mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
You guys
I
didn't
don't
have
think
any
I've ever
black
worn
flies?
so much bug spray in my life.
Yeah.
Oh.
You would like treat yourself to like that one halfway shower to celebrate, and as soon as you got out, you're just like bug spray. Made no sense.
Did you guys have those like black flies or whatever they call them? Like they freaking just attack you.
Not the
There
flies. There were some flies, but
flies.
not like that. No.
Yeah,
no.
no, it was just mostly mosquitoes.
Oh,
They were
mosquitoes.
the rough ones.
So what did you run down there, Thomas?
We ran the 6.
You had the 6.
Yeah.
Shad and Kathleen had the 8.
Yeah, they're special.
Jimbo had the 10.
Well, no, Jimbo.
He's very
did a little
special.
bit. Jimbo did mostly. Well, he ran the Super Six. He ran
on
the
the
Super
nugget
Six.
patch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he did
found
run
a
the Super
few
6.
nice nuggets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't see those.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they took them from him real quick. You work for us.
Those were his nuggets. He didn't get to keep those nuggets.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't see it.
There were some good ones, but that's where it's the same area where Brian Wilder found I think the 6.8 gram nugget last year.
Oh, okay.
So they don't find they find some fine gold, but
It's the
there's a lot of
weirdest-
big gold
yeah,
there.
they call
in
it
that
the nugget
spot.
patch, and it's
Right.
this weird part on the river where they find nothing but nuggets.
That's cool.
You know what's really weird because it's got to be a quieter part of the river that does something like when it floods. There's something that makes it does something different that drops it out there.
Yeah.
And if you could go into water like you guys were diving, if you could find that point or something, just something weird that works like that, that's where you're gonna find a whole. If it's known for nuggets, holy cow!
So if you think back on how that area was and the size of that river, so like all the hills around there, they're pretty steep, but at the top they're all flat. So the river was once all the way up at that height a long time ago. So as it's moved and carved its way through, right where the nuggets is just like it's basically a giant shelf that's now fully grown tundra. And honestly, you would want to take that whole damn thing if you
flat.
could. Well, see,
you get enough water.
What you're saying right now, it tells me that like here on the potato patch, and I mean Thomas knows about that, but they all stayed on top of the mountain because the mountain didn't disintegrate. Right. But like you're saying, if there was a potato patch that actually had it from a volcanic puke or whatever, it's all going to land in one spot.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
They've said there's at least 3 different deposits all through that whole area, and you can tell by the color of the gold. So there's the nuggets are typically really dark and dirty gold. I mean, almost looking like black gold because just how filthy and the material that it was in. And then you have kind of your chunkier gold, and then you have the bright, shiny, fine gold, which is what's most abundant that we're finding, and it's some really fine
So
gold.
how did you do, Thomas? Have you cleaned it yet?
Yeah, like what I cleaned is what we had there. That's cleaned. I still have my bag of stuff I still haven't done anything with yet, but we came up with 1.5 ounces.
Nice.
Wasn't too bad. Like I said, considering that we got knocked off a good gold because of the rain, just like you were saying, we were on really good gold.
Mm-hmm.
And
the vision, been like a crab fisherman. I don't care. I'm going dredging.
It's the current.
No, the current
doesn't care.
Yes, the current changed, and that's what happened. Because where we were, the current wasn't bad the first 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
But as soon as it started raining, the current then just forced us back up towards the bank. So we just had to deal with whatever we could get at that point.
Whatever ground. Yep.
Yeah.
That current's no joke. I mean, like last year, because the water was so low, is one of the rare opportunities to work the gut in that river, and we did very well. Now you can't even stand up or even stay in place. You'll get swept fast in normal conditions, and then because the river came up very quickly and high, I mean, it was ripping. It changed the whole dynamic when you were out in that water.
Thomas, what size of dredge was you on?
I was on a 6-inch.
6-inch, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You remember those couillons on Whitewater Rush? They were in rapids all the time. So you guys could have did something.
Yeah, and how much gold did they get? That's all. That was made for TV.
And the difference, Scott, is if you look at the TV portion of it, their water was clear the whole time.
Yeah.
Ours was not.
And they built a dam to divert, and it wasn't in a whole river. They were like in a gully or something.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that on the show, but
yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely different
and they were deep.
So you're saying there was some shenanigans going on?
On July the 4th, there was some serious shenanigans, man. Let's just say there was a lot of fireworks and tannerite and gunplay and
things that go boom
and drinking.
So how did the wife like it, Thomas?
She loved it. She had a great time. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Now she was tired, just like I was tired. By the 5th day, I was done. I was like, "Ooh, I've never dredged that long for that period of time," and it was tiring, but I still loved it. I would do it again in the heartbeat. I hated that we couldn't go on Monday.
You can come out here and do 5 days on my claim, bro. No problem.
Dredging, not a number 2 shovel.
Like, no, shovel. In case you guys are out there in Radio Land that didn't see that, he didn't do it, but that was a big middle finger. He's not going much. I loved it when he said, he goes, "Man, I'm a dredger. I got time for this stuff."
Right, that's right.
If you want to get dredging out of your system, definitely this trip will get it out of your system.
See, Thomas, now you need to go next year to Juneau. So you would have done the trifecta last year, Nome. And then this year you were in the Chicken, Alaska.
Right.
Now you need to go to Juneau for some beach mining with Razor Man.
Hey, Chad, bro, could you imagine him and freaking Ray together? Oh, this is gonna be a video you would not believe.
Oh, mercy. Thomas,
I'm telling you.
Thomas, you got.
I've met Thomas quite a few times, and Ray, I think I've talked to him enough to know him, but it's gonna be
Thomas, don't you got an event coming up this weekend or next weekend, something like that? Dredgerpalooza or one of them?
No, that was last weekend.
It was last weekend.
Yeah, that was last weekend. Yeah.
You missed Dredgerpalooza.
Yes, I did.
Probably sleeping, right?
Yeah, we got because we didn't get back till we got back on Thursday. We got back Thursday. So
is there anybody that you know that's got video from it or something like that we can like share or show or something?
From what?
Dredgerpalooza, man.
Oh, I haven't talked to anybody, so there may be. I doubt it. I'm usually the only one taking videos, so I don't know.
So you got some video while you were down in Alaska, then I presume.
Yeah,
you did.
Okay. So
a little bit.
We'll be seeing.
Chad and Thomas were fighting about it.
I'd be filming and Thomas is filming. I'm like, dude, don't be stealing my shot, man.
I was gonna say Thomas has got to do editing and stuff like that. He's got to make that video really good.
Well, I told Shad I would wait till after him, but I don't know. He's
I told him, I said,
late on video.
Here, man.
Go ahead, Thomas. Chad will take forever. He'll release it like in a year and a half like it was new.
No, not a year and a half, but 10 months ish.
Thomas,
You're
a fellow videoer. Fire one across the bow.
Jeez. So are you guys ready to go back to your small dredges now?
What small dredge?
2.5 Kathleen.
Oh,
Thomas, your
No, I haven't touched my 2.5 in like 2 years.
Oh, you guys are.
Like I said, Tim, she's spoiled. She's like 2.5.
No,
I'm back to the neighbor.
Look at the look on her face.
Especially with fuel prices and stuff and inflation. Like,
I can't afford it.
I don't want to go out and find gold for fun. I want to find gold to get
Come
gold.
on, guys. Come on.
I'll go camping.
Thomas, she'll go back and run that 2 inch or 2 inch. And she's going like, the motors just don't sound right to me.
I'll run the 4 inch.
Yeah.
I will do
There you
that.
go.
4 inch.
There you go.
I'll run a 4 inch.
Oh, she
I'll tell you
ran
what.
late like a champ, man. Like it was no big deal.
Way
She
to
did
go.
very well.
Way to go. Awesome. Well, I'm glad
Well,
you guys
yeah,
are-
your box looked really good. So yes, I guess you did real.
Hey, watch that language, Thomas.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're friends.
I know.
No, it was funny because they showed that picture of the top of the gold. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
we did memorialize 2.5 ounces right here of the small mold. Yeah.
That and Scott, that was just the top of the gold cube. There was still like the first box that caught the majority.
The whole first tray was
Was
filled.
They have
covered,
that-
yes.
they have,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do they
Matter
call
of fact, I
that?
think I have a picture of that.
You guys run that through a 3 tray, right? Or
Yeah,
But
the
no,
gold. Well,
no,
there's a
there's
top tray.
There's a top tray too.
Like, not
yeah,
the
but it don't
regular
have
tray.
anything on it. That's just
Oh, no, it does.
not
It
the
has
slick
some
plate,
ripples.
the
Yeah.
high banker. The high banker
Yeah.
portion.
high banker plate.
Yeah, there's a
Gold
portion
cube.
that fits on top of the gold cube that's kind of like a classification thing to tray.
And it
That's
catches
what he's
the
talking
bunch.
about.
Yeah,
not
and
the
there's-
slick plate.
There's 3 drop riffles. Then it hits the top part of the gold cube, which is a sick plate, and then you had the 3 actual trays.
So the
with
picture you
vortex.
saw was after the drop
Right.
riffle.
yeah, the first tray.
Yeah, we even had
the
gold
plastic
in the
one.
upper portion
Yeah.
of the middle tray.
Right.
At the big
Yeah.
cleanup we did.
It's so fun to watch. It's so fun.
It
when
was
you,
cool.
You see the
Well, that's not bad. Like I said, man, I always told people, like everybody, oh, I need to clean up stuff. What should I get? I'm like, dude, if you ain't got a gold cube, you're wasting your time.
It was fun to see.
And I know there's other people that got mats that go into gold cube and stuff like that, but why put a mat?
Oh yeah.
Up
I mean,
there with that gold, you need a gold cube.
yeah, for the amount of fine
The amount of
gold
gold
that
up
you're
there.
getting.
You need it.
I mean,
Yes.
if you watch anybody's videos that have been up there and ours about,
You
we
need
take
it.
you through cleaning because yeah, you run through the gold cube, then you classify it down 2 levels, which you pan those, and then you take that the leftover material, you run it through the Keen cleanup sluice.
Yep.
Now we had to run ours twice because the one time it filled up every riffle all the way
Yeah.
down, which was
Ah.
Yeah, I run it twice.
Problem to have.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It
and
is.
and then we take it out, and at this time, well, we used the spin it off.
Right.
A lot of
That's the first time I used one of
magnesium.
those. Yeah, that's the first time I used
That's
one
what
of
I
those. too.
got. That's what I
like
use.
Dude, oh, it's an
I
awesome
like
tool.
to spin it
Yes.
off.
Awesome tool. Like I was a little like, oh, this is not that great. But once if you're in depending on, it just proves certain areas you need certain tools.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, if you want to be efficient.
Don't need it in Ohio as much.
So then
Well-
after that, then you start panning and snuffering out to clean your gold, which Thomas just loved.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
I've been in Arizona a long time, and Thomas has been here. He knows everything about my cleanup stuff. It's 1, 2, 3, bacon and bread. It's breakfast. It is what it is. I don't change anything.
Yep. You pretty much the
the
same
gold
thing.
and the gold cube and the spin it off is 2 of the 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time I used to spin it off, and I was like, okay, because the first few nights we didn't use it, so that means we were now panning all this other stuff along with that.
Yeah.
And but
It
as soon
is
as,
already thick enough.
Yes.
And material. That's yeah.
So when we started using it, then cleanups were a lot quicker.
It took an hour and a half out of your cleanup time.
Oh, it takes
And I don't even care if you're in the East Coast. It takes an hour and a half out of your cleanup time.
I believe it.
Well, magnetite's magnetite, and guess what? It sticks to another magnet like you wouldn't believe.
Oh yeah.
This is the first year we did not bring home black sand, of course, because we were working.
Well,
because the airport's going to think it's gunpowder, and they're going to arrest you.
We've taken stuff home.
We still have all of our black sands from the last
2 years.
3 years.
Really?
Oh yeah.
3 years.
It's
has
loaded.
gold
It's
in
got
it.
probably
It's got
a few
tons of gold
grams
in
in
it,
there.
so.
With this year though, we would pan it and get most of it cleaned up, and then we just save that and combine it at the end. We safely in a safe container put mercury in and agitated it for every night, and then we just kept adding more material to get out that last bit of fine gold that just wasn't worth the time and energy to try to pan clean, because to get out there and
it was
dredge.
Weird. I didn't like that.
Did you see? Did you see the? Did you see the amalgam? Did you see it after they cooked it off the mercury off of it?
Yep.
Yes. It looked weird.
So after we did that, it was weird. It was big, but it was light. It ended up being almost 4 grams of gold.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was really cool because we've never played with mercury.
Yeah, I had neither till just.
So we had Jim and then Matt out there, and that safe.
Don't know about mercury. Don't play with it, guys.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be safe. You got to be smart.
I left it to the professionals.
Right, you're better off. All right.
Yeah. But it was neat because it was how to capture it. So yeah, we did get as much of the gold out of the material as we could before we left. So
cool.
Yeah, I think Jimbo dropped a bead in my bag, so I'm gonna have to look that up once I get it. Once I go start playing with that junk.
All right. Well, we can't wait. We can't wait to see the videos for sure. Yeah.
You'll be waiting a while.
Not for Thomas's. I'm sure he'll have his out this weekend.
Well, I don't know. I just started going through. I got a bunch of stuff I've got.
I know you take
I got
so
a bunch
much
of
video
stuff
out there.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Like your hoverboat ride. How much footage did you send? And then I took the one video for you, and I already sent it to you.
Yeah, but dude, that's good. He's got like 3 different freaking videos.
Well, it's beautiful, and it's an amazing experience.
You want to capture everything.
Oh, of course you do.
I mean, you're surprised. You got hundreds of hours of videos.
Oh yeah,
it's insane.
Me, what's funny, because Lisa always asks me, she goes, would you want to go up there? I'm like, you know what? It's kind of funny. She goes, well, I know how you are. I'm like, yeah, I know how you think I am on these claims where I'm at dry washing, because that really just drains you. Like by midday, you're like, do I really got 2 hours left? But dredging, you can always do a lot of stuff. I said, dude, you won't understand. If I get in that water, I just
I love
there's
it.
still daylight. Just fill the gas tank. What's that?
You still got to move rocks though.
Yeah, you got me. It wears you out, man.
Yeah,
but I'm moving rocks underwater, not picking them.
That's true, but you're moving lots of rocks, not just.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you can't say nothing, Mister. I'm just a dredger. This is not for me.
I can say that because you know the pile of rocks that I saw when I was down at your place. You moving about twice that.
I'm just saying. Look, you know what he said?
Because you're in the 6-inch. So
really?
Yes, you're moving a 6-inch. So remember everything.
I'm going to say something.
6 inches above, you're
moving. You got a vacuum cleaner, not a shovel.
Right.
Difference. Number one, the rocks I'm moving and the rocks you're moving is because you're just clearing more ground quicker. But you're underwater, so the rocks don't weigh as much. And by the way,
you're long, Armin.
Well, unless you're long.
And we did that quite a bit.
And that's all we did.
All right.
Well, once you do get a hole and you start covering ground, you flip and roll the big fingers behind you into your hole.
I would rather be dredging than dry washing.
Oh yeah, by
any
far.
day. You have me there.
Much more productive.
But here's what we're
Watch
gonna
this.
do.
Okay, Scott, you work harder than us. Okay, we'll
There
get
you
that.
go.
And it is hot.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We'll continue this next Wednesday.
He's frozen.
Is he frozen?
He's frozen.
I think he's frozen. Yeah,
I don't think he's messing with us.
he got mad. He got mad at us because we started.
Never mind. We take it all back, Scott.
We're
You don't work
sorry,
harder.
Oh, we
No,
lost.
he's gone now.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. And like I said, we can continue this next Wednesday. Maybe we get Thomas back and we can continue this conversation.
Okay.
All right. Sound
All
good?
right,
All right.
Sounds good,
Thomas,
guys.
we'll have you back next Wednesday.
Right.
sounds
Bye.
good.
We want to thank
Hey, everybody.
and
Good
Good
night.
night, guys.
we'll see you Sunday. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
We want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and be sure to join us every Wednesday night right here on Prospectors Radio for our West Coast Wednesday show at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for listening.
And don't forget about the fundraiser.
Does
Scott.
Scott know he's not off?